Hey everyone, this is Rachel and welcome to another scrapbooking process video. If you hang out until after the video is through, there are always detailed shots of my current layout. Let's get going! Hey everyone, I just wanted to let you know today's video is another one of the videos I am making at the crop I went to back at the end of March. As I've mentioned in several videos, I don't feel comfortable doing real-time introductions while other people are scrapbooking around me and saying, hey, would you guys mind being quiet for a minute or two? So I pre-recorded these at my house before I went on the crop. Today's layout I'm going to be working on will be with the Paige Evans Oh My Heart collection for Pink Paislee. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let's get going. Okay, so I have the papers here, and I'm going through seeing what will work, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, well, never mind. This is the paper. This wonky striped tone-on-tone purple paper is just simply the perfect paper for this photo of myself with Figment from Epcot. Now, I'm trimming the photo down a little. Pardon me, I have a little cold, so I apologize. I'm trimming it down a little because my idea is to use the 6x6 paper pad that I have for this line to do my layers. I'm going to keep this layout pretty simple. I'm not going to be using any mixed media except a little bit of mist sprinkling at the end. So I'm just pulling out, I think I pull out 4 pieces of paper to use. I choose a light one because the edge of my photos are pretty dark. And then I choose that pink one because it goes with my shirt. And then I choose that heart one, which I don't think I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use that as not as part of my layers, but instead as part of my layout. So this is page number 15 from the Oh My Heart collection, and it's the only full-size piece of paper I use. The rest of the papers I use are the 6x6 size. So I did pull out that one that has all the rainbow colored brush stroke phrases, and I am going to fussy cut out one of those as another part of my layout. So I'm going ahead and I'm going to do a triple mat, and so I'm just doing a very close mat, that way I can get 3 layers. So as you see, I started with that light one. That way having the light color against the dark edging of my photos makes my photo pop. I'm then going to use this pink one, and once again, as I said, I'm wearing a pink shirt, so that helps bring that in. And then I'm going to use this multicolor one that has all the colors of this collection in it. And that, because my background paper is overwhelmingly purple, I did want to pull in the other colors as well. Now, each of these layers is getting inked on the edges with Hickory Smoke Distress ink. And once I do that, I am happy. Now my next plan is to take these heart, bicolored hearts and do a row of them down at the bottom of my layout and then do another row up at the top. Now I'm butting these up together, and my original idea is to then use this third light colored paper and kind of cover up the join, but in all honesty, it's actually quite hard to see, so it doesn't bother me just to have it showing like that. So I go ahead and glue it down. And as I'm doing that, I'm thinking to myself, rather than have this span the whole bottom, I decided instead to trim off a piece on one of them and then just have it kind of go almost to the edge rather than all the way to the edge. I don't know why, I just felt it looked better. I'm going to actually use the white piece of paper I trimmed off to use at the bottom, and instead I'm going to use that at the top, and then I'm going to add another row of the hearts to the top as well. Then I'm just going to trim off what's hanging over the top of my layout with my Caterpillar crop. And this layout came together quite easily. I actually did, I may have mentioned in my other videos, when I go to a crop, a lot of the times I work from a sketch, or I've drawn out a sketch. In this particular case, because it was a one photo layout, I did not do that. I went ahead and fussy cut out the little the phrase, enjoy the little things. And now I'm going through the die cut pack and I'm pulling out some things that might work. I have that heart, I have that ampersand. I pull out that tag, but I'm not going to use it. And then I have that cell phone die cut. I find from the chipboard package this title that I'm going to use called Thumbs Up, and then I grab that little arrow chipboard piece as well. So this particular layout, I'm talking about how happy I am to have run into Figment. They're not, that's not always a character you see at Epcot, so I was super excited. I remember Figment from when I was a little girl, so I'm of that age when Figment and the imagination and all that came out. So I was super excited to see him. I like it's hilarious. That's what I'm talking about. Enjoy little things. In the scheme of my life, running into a college student dressed up as a character from Disney isn't that massively important. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. So I was super happy. So I went with thumbs up. It's like something I do when I'm happy anyway. So it worked for me. So I'm just adding some liquid glue to the back of that because they don't always stick long term. I'm sorry, I did skip over my bottom section. The down at the bottom, my embellishment cluster, I do have two die cuts, that rose gold cell phone, because this is a cell phone pick, and then that little fishtail banner, and then I added on top of that that multicolor heart. I'm going to try to put under that ampersand. I end up popping off the chipboard piece, so I just add a little bit more liquid glue and pop it back down. To the top portion, I added that bicolor teal and rose gold heart. And as I'm cleaning up my die cuts, I refined that multicolor die cut heart and decided to add that over to my title area. And that way I've got the three hearts going on in each of the areas. Now I'm getting ready to do my journaling. And as I mentioned before, when I go to crop, I do either have a sketch or draw a sketch up for everything except the ones I'm doing that are one photo layouts. Another thing I do before I leave is oftentimes I will pre-write my journaling, or I will at least give an idea of what I want my journaling to be. Simply that way, since when I'm there and I'm talking to people and people are talking all around me, it just makes my train of thought stay clearer in my mind. So I'm going back and forth reading lines off my computer because I thought my journaling was pretty good, so I went ahead and just did it word for word. While I'm doing this, I am going to say, for those of you who follow me, you know I do a series with Christy Harriman called Lift and Sketch. At the end of March, we offered up a sketch challenge to you guys to do to win a prize. So you do have, from when this layout goes up, you have 1 week. You have until April 28th 2018 to enter it. So if you are watching this before and you would like to enter, please, I will put the link to the video that where it has all the information in the description box below. Please try to follow along if you have any interest in winning a $15 gift kit from Christina Sorge and the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. All right, I finished up by adding some enamel dots and then Razzle Dazzle Berry shimmers, vibes, misting, and three of my embellishment clusters. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. If you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.